next Saturday night, October 15th. We'll take on Deontay Wilder in the main event of a big pay-per-view card live from Barclays Center. Heavyweight, Robert Helenius. Hey, Robert, how you doing?
Hello, thanks for having me. I'm doing great.
So as we tape this, we're about a week out from this big fight, Saturday night, October 15th. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm pretty tired because all the heavy work is now behind me. Now it's starting with just some light upkeeping training and keeping it sharp.
Deontay Wilder obviously coming off the two big losses to Tyson Fury. How important is it for you in this fight, because he's coming off two knockout losses, especially the second one being a real brutal one, to land something early, the first couple rounds to test his chin? Because obviously a lot of times when guys get knocked out like that, they seem to be never the same. Is it important for you to get something big in the first couple rounds on them?
Well, I'm pretty fast starter, so of course we're gonna test out each other. I don't think in those terms that he's gonna be somehow bad in this fight or anything like that. I think he's a great boxer, so I need to keep my full 100% concentration and do everything in my power to win this fight.
Deontay Wilder, obviously a big name opponent, the former WBC heavyweight champion. At this point in your career, I know, maybe 5-6 years ago, you were one of the guys, or maybe the guy who was supposed to be maybe the future of the heavyweight division. You suffered a couple losses in the meantime. Do you feel like some pressure has been lifted off you a little bit? Meaning like maybe you're being taken for granted a little bit. The expectations maybe aren't what they used to be for you?
Well, that's good for me though. That gives me an edge because they know my personal life and what I'm going through and stuff like that. So for me, it's good to take me for granted, and that's why I like being the underdog as well. Because I can only improve.
What's been the difference, especially the last couple of fights against Kunaki? What's been the difference in those fights rather than the couple fights that you didn't get your hand raised?
Well, the difference was that I have been now gotten many years of no injury training and not being sick in a fight. So I think that's the main reason why the fight went so good.
You've had a couple fights now in the United States, and I believe the first fight against Kanaki was at Barclays Center. Yeah. Does that give you some being a little bit comfortable, being that you've been in this arena? In fact, the Kanaki is a New York guy. You actually beat the hometown guy in New York. Does that give you some like a bit of being comfortable coming back to Barclays Center?
Yeah, I don't really care where I fight because I've been fighting all around the world. Even as an amateur, when I was 18, we were fighting in Cuba, Russia, China. We have been fighting everywhere in the world and in different arenas. So I try to focus on the fight, not where I fight.
What do you make? And I would imagine you've probably seen stuff on social media. Deontay Wilder's actually been given his sparring round count. I guess he's sparred about 400 rounds or something right now. I don't know if you've seen any of that on social media.
I'm sorry, I'm not on social media. I have people keep maintaining my page on that front. I don't really follow news or social media.
I
have enough to follow this head,
The fact that he's like sparred a real lot of rounds, what does that tell you anything about what his mindset is going into the fight?
Well, that probably means that he's for real and trying to come and win this fight like me. I don't remember how many hundreds of rounds of fights, but like sparring this training camp, but we had a 5-week sparring camp now, so we also ready.
Obviously, this is an elimination bout. That means the winner of this fight gets the big fish, the big world title shot. I know you're not looking past this fight. Obviously, with a big puncher like Wilder, definitely can't look past this fight. But Do you see, obviously, your dreams and your goals now within reach?
Yes, yes, and that's why I'm still in the game. I promised my Finnish fans to bring the belt home, so I'm doing everything in my power to do that and keep my promise.
What's it mean to you? Obviously, you also represent an area, the Nordic region, to be headlining a big pay-per-view in the United States.
Well, it feels great, of course. Such a small country and many good athletes.
I mean, because of your success, do you feel that you have inspired maybe a lot of young fighters there to not only become fighters, but say, hey, you know what? It's everything's possible.
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. I hope to inspire many more heavyweights in Finland to pick up the gloves and start boxing.
Couple last questions. What do you want to say to the fans in closing before we see you Saturday night, October 15th, live at Barclays Center, Fox pay-per-view, PBC on Fox pay-per-view?
Well, tune into the fight because it's gonna be spectacular, and there can be only one winner, and it's this.
Do you think two guys, 6'7", a knockout one way or the other? You feel that's what the result's going to be?
I think so. Yeah.
There you have it. Thank you, Robert, for a few minutes of your time. We wish you best of luck, and we'll talk to you
Thank
along
you.
the way.